Good evening and a very warm welcome to the 2022 HE Innovate Teaching and Learning Awards. I'm Dan Ramsden, Communities and Stakeholder Manager for Pearson UK and Europe Higher Education Services, and I'm honoured to again be helping host this evening's event, where we're going to be acknowledging the remarkable innovation that is happening across higher education in both the UK and Ireland. We're bringing this event to you via a mixture of live streaming from here in the studio in London, as well as some pre-recorded content from our shortlist, and some Zoom breakouts as well to bring in the winners of the categories. And I know that sounds incredibly complicated and I have absolutely no idea how it works, but we have a great team on hand to help support us. Should for any reason you have any technical problems, please use the chat function or reach out to Anna Jackson, who'll be able to help. I'm going to be thanking a lot of people, teams and organisations tonight for their contributions to the HE Innovate Awards, but I'd like to start with the most important thank you, and that's to the many hundreds of people and teams who've submitted an application for the awards this year. Without you, this just isn't possible. I'd also like to thank our fantastic supporting organisations and the employees of those organisations who've sat in on the judging committees. And those companies are LinkedIn Learning, Black Bullion, Microsoft, Wonky and Neon. And if you'd like to find out more about those organisations, you can do so through the site that you're watching this stream through. Another thank you goes out to our amazing judging panel. We were very careful when we were selecting our judges that we selected the right people who could score the categories in a decisive and fair way. We were confident with the people that we had. And again, if you'd like to find out more about those people, you can do so through the site that you're watching this through. This year, the awards have far exceeded our expectations in not only the volume of submissions, but also in their quality. We never anticipated at all how fiercely competitive the categories would be, which I think demonstrates just how amazing work is happening across higher education, all to improve student outcomes. Collectively, projects came in from 95 universities across the UK and Ireland, and combined, your project supported a staggering 174,000 students, which I think is a statistic worth celebrating itself. So I want to repeat something that I said last year. All of you are here because you're innovators at your respective universities, you're adventurous in your approach, you're willing to test and try new things and take risks, all in a bid to enhance the learning experience for your students. And for that, we thank you. So for the next 90 minutes or so, and with the help of my esteemed colleagues here with me in the studio, we're going to be announcing the winners and the runners-up for each award category. But I'd like to say that regardless of the outcome, you should all be incredibly proud to be shortlisted for one of the award categories. As I've already said, the competition was fierce, and in some cases, places were decided on the smallest of margins. I think that's enough talking from me. I'm really looking forward to celebrating with you all. And to get the party started, I'm delighted to be handing over to Paula Shaw, who is one of the academic leads for HE Innovate. Paula.
Hello, my name is Paula Shaw and I'm the academic lead for HE Innovate Community of Practice. There is absolutely no denying that the pandemic has created the conditions for a global shift in educational practice these days. And online and digital education is absolutely at the spearhead of that change. We have to reach out. We've created a new threshold, shall we say. We've had a lot of turbulence over the last few years, and we've reached this new threshold where we have to start to move forward. But at the same time, we have to recognise that digital inequalities, access and innovation both have positive and negative impacts on students. I liken us to pioneers in this new world, trailblazers, explorers and eventual settlers in a new educational landscape. We need to bring people along with us, students, parents, policymakers and practitioners. And we have to assure them that what we are doing is in the best possible case for student experience and student outcomes. I liken myself to one of those pioneers. And this is why I chose to take on this role at HE Innovate as part of the community of practice. I want to encourage honest debate amongst practitioners. I want to share good practice. I want to change the landscape and be at the cutting edge of change. If you haven't already joined us at the HE Innovate Community of Practice, then I would like to encourage you to join our community now. We have a range of events and our Let's Talk events have been extremely successful over the last year, with over 400 people attending each of these events. We also have special interest groups where you can engage with peers and share your practice. So I would like to finally say that in recognition of all the excellent work that is happening right across the sector in terms of teaching and learning, I would like to invite you to join us in celebrating these awards tonight. And I'd like to hand over to Mark.
Thank you, Paula. I'm Mark Leach, Editor-in-Chief of Wonky, and I'm delighted to be here this evening to help support the HE Innovate Awards. We've been working with Pearson for a number of years, and it's an absolute joy to work on the HE Innovate Awards because we get a real sense of some of the absolutely fantastic work that goes on across the sector, across your teams and your institutions. And as you know, we've had a time of pretty much unprecedented challenges and turbulence across higher education and more broadly in society over the last few years. And so the resilience you've shown, the innovation you've shown, and the ideas that have come forward and are being recognised this evening are truly inspiring to see. And it's the sort of thing we love to showcase on Wonky. We're absolutely delighted to work with Pearson on recognising this evening and in future years. But we've got loads of awards to get through, so I'm going to hand over to Ralph to start the show.
Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Blunden at LinkedIn. It's a pleasure tonight to be here to introduce the most innovative approach to developing employability skills. Well, we know that we can't really go back from a world that's moved pretty fast forward in the last couple of years. And we know that higher education is going to need to build greater levels of agility and respond to the change that's inevitably been put upon us. We see that innovation is key to how we do that. And I'm delighted to say, as you'll see from these awards, that innovation is alive and diverse and thriving, as you'll see from the nominees. Together, we can support modern learners and also understand how we build the relevant skills for employability for students and create pathways for career options for those individuals. And we share a common goal between LinkedIn and the higher education sector. We're looking to create economic opportunity, as we call them members, which are people on LinkedIn, and you would call them students or staff, but how to create economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. So what you'll see tonight in the awards is a clear demonstration of how the institutions have done that. And I think importantly that we pick those as judges because of the scalability, the transferability, and the impact that these awards can have. So we're now going to share on the videos of the nominees before announcing the shortlist.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kate Sumali, and I'm the project lead for ARU CPD, the ARU Certificate for Professional Development. This is a program that we run at Anglia Ruskin University in the Faculty of Business and Law. ARU CPD is a unique co-curricular course we offer to all our students completely free of charge as part of their studies with us. The course includes a selection of more than 20 professional development modules, with each giving students an opportunity to gain soft and technical skills they will be using when they graduate. The modules we offer are practical and workplace focused and include authentic assessments to make our students confident to take their knowledge to the real world. What is even more important is that ARU CPD modules are accredited by a mechanism developed in-house at ARU. They are recognized on the transcript alongside core modules, allowing students to literally graduate with more than a degree and show evidence of professional development to employers. Since the start of the program in 2020, more than 2,500 students joined ARU CPD to take additional learning on top of their main course. And almost 90% said that ARU CPD made a huge difference to their career prospects and helped them discover new topics outside of their degree. We really believe that ARU CPD is an outstanding example of thought leadership and innovation. It prepares our students for the world of work or self-employment, supports the recruitment, improves course satisfaction, and helps us create a sense of belonging in the student community. Thank you for listening.
Back in 2016, I saw an opportunity to give our teachers a brand new experience of working in industry. DCU has been built on our students completing intro programs, that's placements in industry as part of their degrees, but the teachers had never had experience of going into industries and proving and working with their STEM skills. And through the program for the last 7 years, we've had summers of internships that have been face-to-face, online and remote over the last recent years with primary and post-primary teachers. Starting with DCU teachers, we've now expanded to 6 other university partners. So all 7 universities in Ireland will be involved in participation in the STEM teacher internship programme next year. That can only be accomplished through a partnership with CWIT, the 30% Club, Science Foundation Ireland, and the 41 host organisations that bring these interns into their companies, mentor them, support them, and give them imagination of what STEM can look like for the future.
Teachers next to parents are the most influential people in a child and young person's life, not only in the subjects they influence them to take, but also in the careers they may follow. And what's really important is that these choices happen very early on in a child's life. Therefore, it's important that we include primary school teachers and post-primary school teachers in this programme of STEM internship.
I really think this experience will benefit me in my teaching, as I have a first-hand account of what it is like to work in industry. I know myself as a student, I would have benefited from hearing my teachers speaking about their personal experiences.
So with a specialism and a passion for climate change education, I think the main thing that I can bring back to the classroom is an increased self-awareness and self-confidence in teaching about climate change, what causes it, but also the positive things being done by companies like Simply Blue Group in the field of renewables. So through this, I hope to promote a deepened interest in STEM among my pupils and make memorable learning experiences for them.
Whilst working at MSD as part of the STEM teacher internship, I had the opportunity to see the full end-to-end elements of a world-class pharmaceutical manufacturing company. I also gained an understanding of the wide variety of roles available to future STEM graduates.
I just want to take this opportunity, I suppose, to encourage other teachers and student teachers to think about taking up an internship, and to thank all the companies who currently host our students, but to encourage any company who's interested to get in touch and learn more about hosting a teacher. Look, for every teacher that you host, or for every intern here this evening, they will literally influence hundreds, if not thousands, of children and young people in the course of their career. And they're going into classrooms knowing what tomorrow's workplaces look and feel like. So we'd love if you were part of it, whether as a student teacher or as a company. We think it can only get better and grow from here. So learn more by visiting the website, following us on social media, and we look forward to including even more teachers, more students and more companies in 2023.
By the time you graduate, the world of work will have changed. And that's because automation, AI, and cloud computing are changing the way that businesses operate, from shopping to entertainment and everything in between. To make sure you're prepared for this changing world, we've created our professional fitness and mental wealth program. It's included in every degree that we offer, so whether you're studying to be an accountant, enter the world of fashion, or become a psychologist, we'll give you skills beyond your degree subject and ensure that you're ready for your career of choice. Each year, you'll take one mental wealth module and learn critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and resilience, alongside practical skills such as digital proficiency and industry connections. The content is tailored to your degree and will count towards your final course result. It will help you become the employer's first choice or to succeed in your new business venture. And there's more. To speed up your career search and land that all-important job interview, you'll get an online career passport. It provides proof of your achievements in each skill, sets you apart from other candidates, and gives you something more to talk about with employers. With mental wealth, investing in your future success is a no-brainer.
Hello, I'm Laura Pinkney, Head of NLS Legal. NLS Legal is Nottingham-Trent University's on-campus teaching law firm. The NLS stands for Nottingham Law School. We are a fully regulated law firm, and our team of solicitors and other experienced lawyers, supported by our law school students, deliver legal advice and assistance to members of the public unable to afford or otherwise access legal representation. Our innovative model allows our law students to grow their confidence and develop their employability skills whilst providing access to justice to those who would be otherwise denied it. Our students are involved in every aspect of the firm, from helping with the administration, risk and compliance, right through to handling casework and representing clients in the tribunal and county court. We are proud of the impact that NLS Legal has on both our students and the community, and we are absolutely delighted to be shortlisted for this award.
Hi everybody. I hope you enjoyed those. We certainly did, all those fantastic nominations. So I'm pleased now to move us into the final three. And in third place, we have Kate Summerlee of Anglia Ruskin University and her team. Kate. Congratulations. And in second place, we have Laura Pinkney and the team at Nottingham-Trent University. Congratulations. And in the winner place, I'm pleased to announce that is Cherise Basilian and the team at University of East London. Congratulations.
Thank you. Wow, that is amazing. Very, very pleased. The lady in the room before just told us this was quite a competitive category, so we feel very honoured. I'll just say two minutes about the university. So UEL started in 1898 and we're based in Newham. which has historically been one of the most deprived boroughs in the UK, but is now seen as one of the most youngest, diverse and up and coming. And UWL has always been an anchor institution, widening access to university for students. And this program specifically looks at the progression phase and progressing our students into graduate employment. It's a fully embedded and accredited module that students take at every level of their study. And it was really designed as it was an institution-wide project. So it was academics working with the careers team and industry to design the module, and it's really actually united the university and the professional services with our academics, and it is delivered collaboratively. So our team delivers into the module, and it's provided a vehicle that we can embed industry talks, mentoring. We have lots of different flagship initiatives that go into that program, and it creates equality of opportunity for all of our students to engage with quality careers provision while they're at university with us. I'm sure I've said enough of that, so thank you so much. We're so honored and so pleased to have won this award, and well done to everybody else in the category.
Thanks, Therese, and well done indeed. We thought it was a fantastic example. Now it gives me the pleasure to pass on to the next award and over to Alex.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alex Blower, Access and Participation Manager from Arts University, Bournemouth. As somebody that cares an awful lot about inequality and access to educational opportunity, it was an absolute pleasure to be a judge on the panel for this particular category, celebrating the richness and diversity of experiences for students who attend university is something that is fundamental to the university's civic duty to be institutions that are truly there to serve their communities. As such, it's my absolute pleasure to announce the most innovative approach to bringing inclusivity and sustainability into the classroom. So let's hear a little bit from our nominees.
This project positions HE Geography students as co-producers of climate knowledge and action through creating, playing and delivering games to local primary and secondary school pupils. The games are related to sustainable lifestyle choices and climate change impacts. In essence, the students become the teachers. We have found that this approach helps with teacher capacity, enhances younger pupils' knowledge of sustainability and climate change issues, and supports our students' own learning and skills development. It highlights the important role that our students can have on their own learning and understanding of sustainability, as well as a significant impact they're having on future generations. These sorts of innovative approaches demonstrate that environmentally literate HE students are well placed to make a real difference to society. They have the evidence-based academic knowledge, buckets of creativity, and are accessible to school pupils. Perhaps most importantly, the use of learning by design and serious gameplay has shown that learning about sustainability can be engaging, fun, and relevant to all age groups from primary to tertiary level.
Working on this project has enabled us to more inclusively reach the general public, particularly younger people, in ways that move beyond formal government climate policy. Young people have been able to enjoy playing these pro-environmental games at events like last year's Lincoln Climate Summit, organised by Lincolnshire County Council, the Climate Action Week, organised by the University of Lincoln, and numerous events organised by the City of Lincoln Council and the Lincoln Climate Commission. One PhD student, Teresa, and I are currently supervising, has even played some of these games with school pupils in Tuvalu in the South Pacific. We will continue to use pro-environmental gamification as part of the Lincoln Climate Assembly process over the next year, demonstrating the legacy that this type of innovative teaching can bring both inside and outside of the classroom. We thank Pearson HE Innovate for shortlisting us for this award.
embedding an inclusive campus culture for all. So what's that all about? Well, talking about EDI can be difficult, especially on such a diverse campus with all its varied perspectives and life experiences. So we wanted to develop student and staff readiness and confidence to talk about equalities, or more accurately, inequalities, and to equip the entire university community with the skills and knowledge to shift the culture. We looked to buy in an off-the-shelf EDI resource, but found that they didn't really resonate with the higher education experience. So we decided to create our own, and here it is. Our DIY in-house EDI courses, one for staff and one for students, covering a range of EDI topics relevant to the student and staff lifecycle, covering things like EDI and sharing accommodation, how to make your work accessible, EDI and postgraduate research, and many more, with a focus on engagement and multimodal module options for accessibility. These courses were co-produced by a diverse range of staff and students, so we know how to make the content land better with its target audience, and ultimately equip everyone in our community to build a fairer, more equal, more tolerant world. Blessed. Catch you in a bit.
Could you tell me a bit about your project?
Yeah, so basically we work together, lecturers and students, all of us people who are disabled or who are neurodivergent, to redesign a module on special educational needs and disability.
What was the value in having participants with different experiences of disability?
I think that was one of the best bits, because we can all have our own experiences and we can all bring it to the table, but within talking to each other we cannot truly understand what our own lived experiences are like. So some of us could talk about it from a personal point of view, some of us can talk about it from a teaching point of view, and altogether it made a really well-rounded sort of project.
For some of us, the use of language was really important. For some of us, it was about policy. For others, assessment. So it was about trying to balance all of those different priorities. The module has been designed by disabled and neurodivergent individuals. How does that make a difference to you as a learner?
It gives a more real feeling to it. I've come across a lot of, materials before that feel very like I've read something about this and now I'm knowledgeable. Yeah. Whereas the fact that the module's been designed by those students, it's like real lived experiences that have shaped the module.
The Inclusive Curriculum Consultants Programme allows staff to partner with student consultants to co-create their curriculum or curriculum-related activities to ensure they are relevant, meaningful, and culturally responsive to our diverse student body. The ICC programme supports members of staff from across the university through a variety of services, including reviewing and developing course materials and content, running and supporting student engagement activities, supporting quality assurance and course enhancement activities, as well as designing and delivering relevant staff development activities. Over the last year, our consultants have worked on over 25 projects, doing everything from reviewing assessment briefs, diversifying reading lists, and co-creating and delivering culturally responsive mental health workshops. We have also worked with and trained around 60 staff. This has resulted in the impact of our work reaching over 3,000 students. However, the biggest success is seeing our students find their voices and leave the programme with greater confidence, new skills, and increased engagement in university activities. We believe this programme is a testament to what can be achieved when institutions not only legitimate our students' knowledge, but actively encourage co-creation as a strategy to create a more inclusive curriculum.
Okay, can I bring you just to this here, just there?
Right, okay.
And am I looking at you?
And go for it.
Have you ever thought things at the university could be better and wanted to make a change?
We did. That's why we became connectors.
The Connector programme is a community of students and staff,
where we work together in equal partnership.
And everyone's perspectives are respected and valued.
Hearing what the students actually need and want from us
means we can develop innovative and meaningful ideas together,
co-creating projects which improve the university experience for everyone, including you.
While developing real-life skills that employers are looking for, like problem solving,
leadership,
communication,
and project management skills.
and getting paid to be part of it.
the University of Sussex.
Connector programme.
How students
and staff
Make positive change.
Together.
I love that.
Really fantastic examples of approaches to sustainability and inclusivity right across the country. It's my pleasure now to announce our top three. So in third place, with a fantastic example of truly meaningful co-production, we have Rosie Smith from De Montfort University. Congratulations, Rosie. In second place, who this submission, and as an access and participation manager, it's something I'm really keen on, but showed a fantastic example of how work on sustainability could be brought into school classrooms. We have Teresa Mercer from the University of Lincoln. Congratulations, Teresa. And in first place, we have Annie Hughes and Tamara Reid from Kingston University.
Thank you to all the judges. I want to dedicate this award to the students on my programme who deeply inspire me every day because of who they are and the amazing work they do here on the programme to ensure our university is inclusive. They are radical disruptors who push us to be and do more as an institution, and we're grateful to our staff partners and our institution for always being up for the challenge. And I want to say a special thank you to Annie Hughes for creating this programme and her continued support, encouragement and enthusiasm for the programme that has allowed us to be central to what we do here at Kingston. So thank you from me. I'm going to pass over to one of our consultants, Nazra.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you for this award, and it's really, I'm not Annie, I'm Nasra, but it's really amazing to be able to accept this award on behalf of the other consultants, and I just don't know what to say. So I've been doing this program for the past 5 years, and I started back in 2017 in the first year of this program's inception. On the second year, and it's just been amazing being able to work with staff and students, and also being able to get employability skills. I feel like one thing that hasn't been said is that the amazing employability skills that you get, and also the support that you get from both Annie and Tamara, especially even though now I do my master's, I still get support and was really helped with like getting this relevant work experience, and also being helped with our referencing for our masters. And I don't think I would be able to apply to the masters if it wasn't for the support and the experience from the program. And yeah, thank you so much. And thank you so much, Tamara, for letting me accept this award.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody that submitted a submission for this award, and the teams that go behind all of the hard work that's involved in putting them together. Thank you very much. It's now my pleasure to hand over to Dan to announce the next award.
Well done to everybody on the Inclusivity and Sustainability Award. It's now my pleasure to introduce the next award, which is for most impactful use of Pearson courseware and services. Of course, we want to acknowledge all of the people we get to work with who use our products and services to help their modules, courses, and to support their students. I'm now going to run through some VT footage to show you what some of our customers are doing.
Hi, I'm Teresa Roque, Senior Lecturer at Northumbria University. My passion is using interdisciplinary knowledge to promoting high students' engagement, performance, employability, and career success, achieved by creatively designing materials meeting the holistic but also specific academic and experiential needs of students and learning contexts. My project involved designing a Level 7 distance learning module analyzing self for strategic career development in partnership with Pearson. I focus on harnessing the potential of the online format to develop an innovative, authentic learning curriculum and experiences identified as pivotal to standout postgraduate professionals. The first multicultural cohort average performance was 71% distinction level, with 96% of students reporting truly transformational learning experiences and employability gains. I acknowledge my management team for the opportunity, local colleagues for the collaboration with initial student consultation, Dr. Thigner for his invaluable feedback, and the Pearson team for the contribution to operationalize my design in a most interesting, engaging and impactful way. I'm thereby delighted that this project is a finalist for the most innovative and impactful use of Pearson digital courseware, which from students' feedback was the most interesting, innovative and useful module completed within their master's programs. Thank you.
The Department of Science at SETU wanted to improve student engagement, performance and retention. Traditional chalk and talk tutorials were not working with first-year students. My math lab was introduced to one cohort on a trial basis in 2009. Students were more engaged, taking ownership over their learning, resulting in a marked improvement in exam performance. The programme board recognised this positive influence, and the following year, Mastering Chemistry and Mastering Physics were introduced. 6 tutorial courses across 3 subject areas were developed and embedded into the VLE platform. Each course consists of 10 one-hour sessions delivered weekly in IT rooms with groups of 26 to 30 students, with 1 or 2 tutors in attendance. Extra resources such as workbooks were developed to accompany some courses. In recognition of the effort involved, these tutorials were integrated into the formal assessment of each module, with 20% of the overall marks being awarded to them. These weekly formative assessments allow students to apply or practice the material covered in class that week. Each student receives individual attention and help at the tutorial, and they gain confidence and are more prepared for final exams. Lecturers can monitor class performance, allowing them to identify areas of specific difficulty, which can be readdressed in the lecture. The early alert system allows lecturers to identify students at risk. They can then track the students' performance and engagement and compare their progress to that of other universities globally. Overall, this project has had a very positive impact on the first-year student experience at South East Technological University.
So there are actually two more projects that we need to acknowledge. These candidates were so busy dealing with Pearson that they were unable to submit an award. So I'm just going to give a few words about what their projects are about. So also in the shortlist, we have Joanne Ballantyne from Ulster University. And Joanne's been shortlisted for her use of MyLab accounting on her MBA at Ulster. The module team decided to incorporate MyLab to help support learning and assessments within their module. It was their first time using MyLab accounting, and some great qualitative feedback from students indicated that the workshops and the class tests really helped them understand the module in a better way, and they were able to use the products to revisit assessments and felt like they were stronger candidates at the end of their programme. The other shortlisted person is Ashani Chandareska from Queen Mary University London, and again she has also been shortlisted for her use of MyLab accounting. The QMUL School of Business Management is a mission-driven Russell Group university with a strong passion to translate QMUL's commitment to open the doors of opportunity and to be the most inclusive university of its kind to socially responsible management education. Ashani and her team's starting point for introducing MyLab was working with the QAA to benchmark statements for accountancy. They decided to partner with Pearson to support their teaching and learning. And generally, the MyLab accounting tool activated learning, engaged learners better, and the online assessments and data were helpful to observe students' progress. So I'm now delighted to announce who has come third, second and first for this award. And in third place, we have Joanne Ballantyne from Ulster University. Well done, Joanne. In second place, we have Ashani from Queen Mary University of London. And the winner of the most impactful use of Pearson courseware and services is Evelyn Landers from South East Technological University in Ireland. Hi, Evelyn.
Yes. Hi.
Good to see you. Well done.
Thank you very much. We're honoured to receive this award. I suppose a little bit about ourselves. We're Ireland's newest university. We're a collection of different colleges in the southeast of Ireland. So we became a university in May, and we've been working very hard, I suppose, to gain that reputation of a university. So along the way, we introduced Pearson's into our curriculum, and it's been very successful. So far, the students seem to like it. We have better grades, and I would like to thank, I suppose, Paul Kerwin, who introduced us to Pearson's in the first place, and we've been running with it since 2009. So we're very happy with my math lab and the mastering programs. Thank you, everybody. I'd like to thank all my colleagues, because there's a big joint collection of people, and there's only a few of us here to celebrate this evening.
We will celebrate, sure.
Thank you.
Well done, thanks Evelyn. So well done to the most impactful use of Pearson courseware and services award. I'm now delighted to hand it over to Paula Shaw to introduce the next award. Paula.
So haven't we heard some fantastic projects tonight? I'm so pleased at the way students have been engaged with all these projects, and you really should all be very proud of yourselves for what you've contributed so far. But my job tonight is to announce the most innovative approach to engaging students using educational technology, and here are the nominees.
Okay, so this project is looking at using extended reality to help as a complementary learning environment for students and potentially practitioners as well. So we looked at this both in lockdown and also for giving students who maybe can't make physical needs to attend laboratory practicals outside perhaps, or other elements. So we created 3 different case studies. So our first case study was looking at a portable XRF instrument. So we created a digital laboratory for students to then analyse some samples and getting the results, and that's made it as realistic as possible. Our second case study was a 12-week geophysics course that we ran in lockdown. We created all the resources online for students to use and interrogate. And the last case study is a sort of forensic science game in a virtual environment for users to freely go through the process that you would if you were investing a cold case. So we've managed to get this study published in a gold open access journal, so we've had some academic recognition of this work, and we've had obviously a lot of good feedback from students who have used these resources.
Hello everyone, we are Mark, Helen and Tom from Teesside University, and this is our research project. This project is about using electronic storytelling to enhance our assessments. We work in STEM, and building creativity wasn't something we really thought about or even focused on. Reflecting on our own practice and student feedback, we realised 2 things. The first was overloading students with information about what they needed to pass the module and how they would be assessed. There was simply too much for the students to think about, and all this information was spread across many links and document uploads. Secondly, we realised we needed to also build in creativity, the very skills that many STEM employers need and advocate we should be teaching more of. Every undergraduate student at Teesside University is given an iPad, and we wanted to use this technology more effectively. We underwent training with the help of Adobe, and we then made interactive web pages using the Adobe Creative Cloud Express platform. Students had everything that they needed to succeed, all in one place, from built-in videos explaining the marking criteria to examples of what a good one looks like. Waggle. Students were trained to use the software before they themselves used Adobe Creative Cloud Express to make their own assessments, which they uploaded to our visual learning environment, Blackboard. There were 2 groups of students. The first, at level 3, students studying big data. Here they created a data storytelling assessment on a topic of their choice. The second group of students created a research methods proposal. For the first time, students had an alternative to a word process document or a series of presentation slides to evidence their learning. Since these examples, we have used the technology on so many other students from level 3 to level 7, even where students complete an end examination with 100% weighting. Students now are using Adobe Creative Cloud Express to create their exam revision notes. Thank you everyone for taking the time to listen to our short video. We are Mark, Helen and Tom from Teesside University.
Hello, my name is Emily Edwards and I am a midwifery lecturer for Middlesex University. My colleague Robin Parsons and I have been working on a project called Serious Gaming for teaching communication skills in midwifery education. While simulation to teach clinical skills is established in midwifery clinical education, serious gaming strategies are underutilised, particularly in midwifery education. These technologies present an innovative way to address the theory-practice gap, which remains a significant problem for undergraduate healthcare students. Based on feedback from students, the idea of using web-based simulation through serious gaming to teach communication skills innovatively and interactively was introduced. Serious games allow students to play out scenarios that in real life would be challenging or emotional whilst receiving constructive feedback. This promotes engagement and ownership, but places the learner at the centre of the experience. Following the launch of a pilot game focused on teaching communication, ethical approval was gained to distribute the game and survey via social media and to gain additional feedback via student focus groups. With over 200 responses, students gave overwhelmingly positive feedback and were excited to see more games developed. We collaborated with students and colleagues cross-departmentally to develop scripts. The student production team have recruited students to act, and the production and post-production team have filmed and edited the scenarios. Emphasis has been placed on accessibility with subtitling throughout and materials appealing to all types of learners. We've worked to disseminate our work through conferences, and moving forward we've thought about sustainability and scalability, and the package of games will be easy to integrate into any midwifery programme on a national level with very little change needed.
The quiz app, used in teaching electronics at York, was designed to encourage students to get a large amount of practice in solving problems without increasing the marking burden on academics. This is achieved by making the exercise summative, but allowing the students to take the quizzes as often as they like, with only their best scores counting. The quiz circuits are generated randomly, with a large number of possible topologies, so that students can be faced with almost any circuit they may encounter in real life. There are currently 35 topics in the app, ranging from analog circuit analysis and breadboard layouts to Boolean algebra and digital state machines. Students can select the difficulty of the problems, with higher marks available for more challenging problems. Maximum marks are available for solving problems at the first attempt within a set time. If anyone would like to have a go, a demo version can be found at the website shown.
This project was designed to focus on virtual reality. The aim was that we would be able to take existing training in person and, having seen the last few years with the COVID pandemic, transition a lot of our digital training into virtual reality training. In this manner, we'll be able to interact with equipment and each other in ways which we couldn't do under Zoom. So our idea was to be able to digitise existing laboratories, expensive equipment which users wouldn't normally be able to touch, and develop undergraduate training in virtual reality so that undergraduates themselves would be able to take £100,000 expensive equipment type machines and be able to interact with them in ways which they had never done before at all. And so this project sought to digitise existing equipment, create scenarios around this, and we then evaluated the student feedback from this, and we found that the overall student feedback was excellent. Students were really happy with the new medium and loved the ability to interact in virtual reality with equipment and each other. And as we move forward, I'd just like to show you and close the talk with a glimpse of what the future holds for us and how we see it. A new virtual reality institute where we have all our training under one roof in VR.
And so, such fantastic projects there, but we can only have 3 at the top, so I'm now going to announce the top 3. In third place, we have Jamie Pringle. Well done, Jamie, and your team from Kiel. And in second place, we have Steve Hilton. Well done, Steve, and your team from UCL. And in first place, we have Helen Tidy and her team from Teesside.
Hello everyone. I am part of the team. I am not Helen Tidy, but Helen Tidy is recovering from COVID. I just want to say thank you very much for this award. I have seen some amazing things and I shall be looking at many of the links that I've already seen. But I suppose the main thanks I should really give is to all the students that wanted to learn something new. And I think that's probably the most important group of people that I wish to say thank you tonight. Thank you.
Well done everybody that took part. We're really inspired. And so now I'm going to hand over to David for the next set of awards.
Good evening, everyone. My name is David Galani, and I'm delighted to be giving through the award this evening. This is the Most Innovative Approach to Supporting Students Award. I work at Middlesex University in my day job as the Head of Student Engagement and Advocacy, but I'm also delighted to be part of the Pearson team as their Student Experience Lead as part of the HE Innovate community. Before I hand over to the nominees, just want to say a big thank you to all the other judges who helped us with judging this category. We had, as you can imagine, an incredibly hard job of going through and picking who should be shortlisted and the eventual winners. So obviously a big congratulations to everyone who put themselves forward. But let's have a little look at the people who were shortlisted for this award.
At the University of Birmingham, we have reconfigured the group tutorial as a student support and development hub. We wanted students to feel that they were part of a wider community and give them a sense of belonging. Tutorials should provide students with an inclusive, accessible, kind and reassuring regular point of contact. We took collective action and all the campus was involved in the creation of digital resources. All academics from Professor to Fellow, all student support services from Wellbeing to the Guild of Students worked together to create a digital hub. We wanted to offer in-time support using digital creativity and human compassion to prevent small issues becoming large concerns. This digital platform supported both staff and students, creating a connected community and the confidence to go beyond Birmingham. This digital project transformed institutional practice, and using shared dialogue, our tutorials have become a golden thread throughout the year.
The community at De Montfort University was particularly hit by the impact of COVID-19, with Leicester being the first city placed in local lockdown, impacting not only on study but also mental health and well-being.
In 2019, reflecting on the emerging student voice, the university was expanding initiatives in student health and well-being.
As the initial coronavirus lockdown started, the university recognised the need to enhance activity, and so a new project developed.
This project aimed to ensure that as many students as possible across the MU had access to mental wellbeing and support through timetabled activity.
We introduced new sessions for staff on supporting students' health and well-being, including supporting students with mental health and professional boundaries and student support, alongside our ongoing safe and supported sessions that had already been in place.
We expanded our Universal Design for Learning offer to include new offerings on emotionally intelligent teaching.
Our Healthy DMU Hub, which is basically our one-stop shop for health and wellbeing information online, saw an increase of 30,000 views during this period. We also offered masterclasses online and introduced a new welcome microsite, which introduces all our student welfare services at DMU.
We introduced downloadable tutor packs to support colleagues delivering mental wellbeing content in the curriculum and increased direct delivery in programmes.
Activity was developed and reviewed, piloted and evaluated and transitioned to business as usual in 2021-22.
With the Student Union and the university working together, we've enhanced the experience for our students and continue to do so.
Skylab's Real Science was set up at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic to support students in ensuring that they continue to have a meaningful laboratory experience. When campuses were forced to shut their doors in March 2020, students lost access to the physical spaces and to the equipment that they needed in order to carry out experimental techniques. The network came together to allow like-minded academics to share their innovative practice for the benefit of their students.
From these beginnings, we wanted to expand Dry Labs Real Science to make sure we could reach as many students as possible. So using our professional networks, professional and regulatory bodies and social media, we managed to reach out to over 200 members from 6 different continents who represent 75 different institutions and companies. Together, these members have created thousands of hours of CPD material, which can ultimately enhance the student experience.
The network has brought together a number of innovative ways to support the students in preparing them for a practical experience. We've used simulations as a means of open-ended experimental design, infinite data sets such that students have their own data to work on, AR and VR as replications of the laboratory environment, and videos to prepare them for the use of the equipment they're going to see in the lab. All of these different interventions are put in place to enhance the practical experience once the student gets access to their laboratory.
The Listening Rooms project is used at Sheffield Hallam University to capture the student voice and learn more about student experiences, with the aim of bringing about positive institutional change. Inspired by BBC Radio 4's The Listening Project, friendship conversations between students are discussed and analysed by relevant stakeholders, enabling decisions to be made on better and truer understanding of lived student experience. Listening Rooms capture real conversations between friends around 6 themes. Each theme is supported by 3 sub-questions, which are to be used as prompts to help guide the conversation. The conversations are recorded without a researcher present. This creates a safe space for friends to have an open, honest and uncensored discussion about their experiences. The recordings are transcribed and anonymised prior to analysis. Roundtable analysis identifies stakeholders with the ability to affect change, and is used to analyse listening room data. The approach empowers contributors to take ownership of data and use it to inform decision making. These guided thematic discussions immerse stakeholders in the student voices and use the data to co-create findings and recommendations. The two methods are appreciative in nature and work well together to provide a key mechanism through which students can contribute to and shape university life. If this is a project in which you would like to be involved, please email listeningrooms@shu.ac.uk.
Transition to Glasgow, T2G, is a course that welcomes and inducts our new incoming undergraduate students. Using a unique mixture of online tools and technology, academic literacies pedagogies, subject teaching, and feedback and assessment, T2G allows our students to get to grips with what it's like to study at the University of Glasgow before they even start their degree. T2G is a pre-sessional course. It runs in the weeks coming up to Freshers Week, and it allows students to get a really quite intensive, but really engaged and fun start to their studies. Students select a range of subjects and topics that interest them, ranging from solving murder in the lab using analytical chemistry, through to the history of argument, or discarding the dark ages, or sustainability in the environment. And then they study these in small groups. These small groups allow them to get to grips with what it's like to be in a seminar, alongside what it's like to be in larger lectures. T2G mixes together academic literacies teaching and pedagogy with subject teaching and with mental health and well-being provision to allow our students to make the smoothest transition possible into the University of Glasgow. We teach roughly 1,000 students per year, and T2G's feedback is overwhelmingly positive. The students comment on the preparedness, on the enjoyment, on the induction that they get into the University of Glasgow. T2G is all about preparing our students to transition to Glasgow.
The tension is killing me. We wanted to just wait a second there to make sure we had all of our fantastic shortlisted candidates in the Zoom call with us so they can be with us to announce the winner. So thank you very much for bearing with us. Fantastic entries there, I'm sure you'll agree. I did say before we showed those wonderful videos that it was a really hard thing to be a judge for this category, but it was also really wonderful to be able to learn and frankly, steal from lots of good ideas that we saw there from all of the nominations. So congratulations to everyone. Of course, there can only be 3 winners, and it is my job to announce them now. So in third place, congratulations go to Helen Parkin and the team at Sheffield Hallam University. Congratulations, Helen, and your collaborators on a fantastic project. Then on to the second place. The runner-up for this category goes to Diane Barton and everyone at the University of Birmingham. Congratulations, Diane. Yep, amazing news. Good to see you smiling there. Congratulations on being the silver place taker of this category. And then on to our winner for most innovative approach to supporting students. The first place award goes to Wendy Garnham and all of her collaborators at the University of Sussex. Congratulations, Wendy. How does it feel to have won in this award?
It feels brilliant. Thank you so much. But it is testament to the value of having a team that really sort of support each other to support the students as well. So we've got a really fantastic group of people that really sort of all work together to develop and innovate student support. So really to have it recognised through this award means such a lot. So thank you very much.
That's wonderful. Congratulations to you. And as you said, all of the team that contributed to it. I know these things are a big, big collaboration. So that's a wrap. That's all of our award categories for this evening. So a big congratulations to all of the winners, the runners-up, those who were shortlisted, and everyone who put in nominations for the Pearson HE Innovate Awards.
There were so many nominations this year, and so it was a wonderful thing to be able to see that increase in number of people putting themselves forward. Sometimes, at least I find, kind of working in higher education, we can sometimes get a bit lost in delivery. There is almost always so much going on. We are so busy working on so many different fantastic initiatives, projects, that it can be difficult to find time to stop, reflect, and celebrate the good work that we do. I really like being part of the team with everyone here as part of Pearson and the HE Innovate community. The fact that we get to create a space that allows all of those people doing that great work to take a little bit of time to stop, reflect, and celebrate everything that they've been doing. So obviously a big congratulations to everyone who put in awards this year. Whether you won or not, it's a great thing that you took a chance to just stop and think about the fantastic things that you've been doing in higher education over the last few years. I know for a fact that there are going to be lots of people who are watching the stream or the awards this evening who maybe didn't nominate something but are working on fantastic projects right now. And I hope, if nothing else, that by watching this evening you've been inspired to nominate yourself, your team, and all of those working with you, maybe next year for the awards, to have something that you're working on at the moment be recognised. That's everything from me. So to wrap up the end of the evening, I'm going to pass it over to Mark for some final words. So over to you, Mark.
Thank you, David. And what an absolutely inspiring group of winners, but not everyone, not just everyone who won an award tonight. Absolutely every single project that was submitted. I want to echo what David said. The fact that you took the time to think about how your projects and how your ideas can make a difference to the whole sector is really inspiring. And I think there's a lot to learn, as David said, a lot to steal. There's lots of other teams watching this and reading through the nominations. And I think we've all learned a lot from judging this and getting a sense of all the brilliant work that you do on a daily basis. So thank you all for submitting your awards, for taking part. Congratulations again to the winners. You've been absolutely amazing, and it's been an absolute privilege to be a part of this. So I'm going to hand over to Dan for final comments before we finish this evening. Thanks again.
Thanks, Mark and David. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, you've summed that up perfectly. I just wanted to thank everyone again for submitting an award this year. Well done to all of our winners, to our runners-up, and to everybody who was shortlisted for the category. Hope you'll join us next year for the HE Innovate Awards, where we will hopefully see bigger and better submissions. And I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas and hope to speak to you all soon. Take care. Goodbye.